guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this makeup look using my current favorite product in each category. I have a bunch of new-ish products that I have been really loving lately that are in my everyday makeup rotation. I cannot stop reaching for them. I'm reaching for them over all of my other products. These products, for one reason or another, have my heart at the moment and are living on my vanity. So if you guys want to see how we got this makeup look and hear about the products that I've been loving, definitely keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's go ahead and get into it. So let's just first address the elephant in the room. Yes, I dyed my hair. It is now blonde, and I am going to post a video not with the bleaching process but with the toning process because I bleached off camera to get the green out. I've never toned blonde hair before, so I wanted to capture on camera, and I also used a toner that I thought maybe some of you would be interested in. So that video will be up if you want to see how I got this blonde hair, sort of. But yeah, let's just go ahead and put on some makeup. My current favorite primer is this one from Wet n Wild. It is their Prime Focus Clingy Serum Primer. It's a gel-like serum-y consistency, but a little bit thicker than a serum, I would say. More like a gel, similar to the e.l.f. Power Grip, but a little bit less thick than that. And the reason why I like this is because it feels very hydrating and it spreads pretty evenly on the skin, but it is a really intense, clingy base for foundation to stick to. So I've been really enjoying it. The packaging is super nice. It's a glass bottle. I think it's just a really effective long wear primer. It's also super affordable. I'm thinking of doing a video about all of the sticky grip primers I've tried from the drugstore because I have so many. There are so many nowadays. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. I can definitely do that. I think that would be useful. So I think you can see sticky, very sticky base. And I really like this, especially heading into the warmer months. This is going to be critical. In place of foundation these days, I've been using the Rimmel London Multitasker Better Than Filters Primer, Highlighter, Glow Booster. This is one of those Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter dupes, but I actually like this one better. It gives a little bit more coverage than a lot of the other Glow Booster, Highlighter type products. I have the shade 003 Light. I'm not sure if the other shades offer coverage like this one, but you'll see that it does do a pretty good job at just evening out the skin. I really like the doe foot applicator. I know it's probably not the most hygienic, but it's really easy and convenient for every day when I'm in a rush, and it just blends out super easily. It's I would say a sheer coverage, but approaching light coverage, actually. I think you can see how it just really evens everything out. It leaves that beautiful glowy finish, but it's not greasy and it does dry down on the way. So again, for these warmer days, it's 80 degrees today, and when it starts to get warmer, I think this will be really nice. Not something that's gonna slip and brown in 5 seconds. I'm gonna bring a little bit down the neck as well. Super quick, super easy, and because it is a little bit more on the sheer coverage side, you don't have to be super precise blending it out. So it's great for every day. A concealer I have been obsessed with using like crazy, and I don't hear really anyone talking about this. This is the Revlon Colorstay Flex Wear Full Coverage Concealer. I have the shade 15 Light. This is a Big Daddy full coverage concealer that is not drying. It works so well on my dry, flaky skin, and it gives you amazing coverage. I kind of go ham with it. This shade is a little bit light for me, but I kind of use it to highlight. It sets down by itself, so I don't have to set it with powder if I don't have time. It does dry a little quickly, so don't let it sit forever. I usually go in with a brush, but I don't know where my concealer brush is right now, so I'm just using this little sponge. It's actually dry, so it's not the easiest, but I'm too lazy to go upstairs and get my brush. It's working. For brows, I really like this Build-A-Brow from Maybelline. It's a 2-in-1 product, so you get a brow gel on one side and then a brow pen on the other. So again, it's just really quick and easy and convenient for every day because I don't have to go searching for 2 separate products. It's just all in one. And aside from the convenience, it's actually a really great product. Both products are really great. The gel is really nice and thick and sturdy, but not goopy. And the pen is also really great at getting that feathery brow look. but it's not too pigmented. I don't like when my brow pens are too pigmented, because then I feel like it's really easy to go overboard and make them look a little harsh. While that gel dries, I'm going to outline my lips, and there's been a lip stain that I have been loving. I think it's such a cool, unique product. It is Stila's Calligraphy Lip Stain. I have the shade Hillary. The cool thing about this, it has a flat side. It's sort of a marker tip, but the shape is super unique. It's almost like an arrow. There's a flat side and then a super skinny side. So you can fill in with the flat side and then get some precision with the really skinny pointy side. It's a lip liner, but it's a stain. So it stays in place really, really, really well. And you don't have to deal with that weird peel off, gimmicky stain lip liner. This is way better. And I also love the shade of this. So I'm going to outline my lips while the brow gel dries. So you can see you can get a really precise line, and then you can fill them in. I'll show you with the flat edge really quickly. And even though it's a stain, it's not super drying on the lips either. And I love the tone of this. A lot of times lip stains lean more rosy, reddish pink. This is a beautiful, warm brown nude. So good. All right, so let's go ahead and fill in the brows really quick. Really fine tip pen. It just makes filling in your brows super easy. And I'm using the shade Taupe, I think. Blonde. 250 Blonde. For cream bronzer, I've still been loving the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Diamond Bronzer. I have the shade Bronze Gem. I really like the tone of this, even though it's a little bit on the warmer side. I don't know, I've just been really liking a warm tone bronzer lately, and it's just so easy to blend. Pretty much does the work for you. And I prefer a cream over a liquid because I do find liquids to be a little bit more finicky. They can just get patchy a little bit easier, and you can kind of be a little bit more lazy with a cream, whereas with a liquid, if you're not careful, they can pick up the product underneath. For a cream blush, these Juvia's Place blushed cream blushes are beautiful. One of the smoothest, easiest to blend creams I've ever tried. They're very pigmented, so you just need a little bit, but I'm telling you, it just wants to blend into the rest of your base. And this shade in Peach Please is literal perfection. Like, look at that. It just diffuses. It's not splotchy, it's not patchy. It gives you a beautiful little dewy glow, but it's not sticky. So pretty. They nailed it with this formula. And I like to sweep some through my crease as well every day, and then I just bring a little bit across the nose. Such a pretty blush. My favorite powder actually is from Wet n Wild. It's their Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. I like how big the component is because it's really easy to just quickly grab a huge brush and set your face really fast. I don't know, I just find that when I do use this powder, my makeup just really stays in place all day. It's not too drying for my dry skin. Yeah, it's just really great at prolonging the wear of my makeup. So I love it for those days when I really want to make sure that my makeup is going to stay in place. I don't think I'll ever get tired of these Heat Wave Luminous Bronzers from Flower Beauty. Again, just the most beautiful warm tone for these spring and summer days. It's luminous but not sparkly, easy to blend, just looks and blends like a dream pretty much. So I just sweep a little bit of that over where I applied the cream bronzer. And then for blush, I've actually really been loving this Bare Minerals Blonzer in the shade Kiss of Spice. I mean, it's called a blonzer, so like it works as a blush and a bronzer. And it's really beautiful, very pigmented, very glowy, but blends super easily. I would say if you are more fair like me, you need to be very careful because they are very pigmented, but even if you go a little bit ham, they do blend out really nicely. And I like it because it's a really pretty neutral shade. It makes it look like you were just out by the pool, and they're a little glowy too, so you don't have to apply a highlight. And honestly, you know that I love highlighter, but I have been actually skipping highlighter because this is already pretty glowy. Just going to take a little bit of my MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre to prime my eyes. I love the paint pots because they are a really good base for eyeshadow. They're in a pot, so you don't have to squeeze anything out in the back of your hand, so they're convenient. And they give you a little bit of a tint, so they cancel out any veins or discoloration you have on your eyelids really well. So I mean, you can just go in with that and be done. But I have been really enjoying my ColourPop Going Coconuts palette. This is an oldie, but a goodie. Just literally one of the best neutral palettes of all time. And one of ColourPop's best formulas, I would say. There's something about it that is just so pigmented, easy to blend, not too hard pressed. So I'm gonna start with the shade Lovely Bunch. And I'm just gonna do a really simple sort of everyday eye look. I'm just sweeping that through the crease, focusing most of it on the outer third of my crease. And I like to tip my head back a little bit. Like first, I just look straight into the mirror, and then I tip my head back a little bit to make sure I'm really getting in my crease, because I do have more hooded eyes. And then I'm gonna sweep it down to connect it to my lash line. I'm just gonna build a little bit more up on this outer corner. I'm gonna take that same shade along the lower lash line as well. I just really buff it out super messily. And I've been liking to apply a little bit more right underneath my pupil because, I don't know, I kind of feel like it gives you that more rounded dough-like look. And I've just been liking doing that lately. All right, I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of Shell Yeah on the outer corner, just a little bit, focusing most of it like near the lashes. For liner, I really like this Ultra Matte Gel Liner from Melt. I have the shade Spliff, which is just a really deep brown. You can see it's really creamy, very thick, very pigmented gel liner, and I kind of just apply it to the outer half of my lid to lift the eye slightly. And I like how pigmented it is and that I can use a brush and just sort of smudge it out. And I don't have to be as precise as I would with a liquid liner, but it's still really impactful and intense. Like halfway across the lower lash line as well. And then I will set it with the deepest brown in the palette, Nutty. And then I'm just taking a little bit more of Shell Yeah, that reddish brown, just to blend that a little bit. This is not really my current favorite mascara, but it's just what I have right now. It's the Milani Tubing Mascara. I like this mascara. It's just really wet when you first open it, so you really have to wipe off the brush, or else you're gonna get entirely way too much. It doesn't hold a curl either, so I don't even bother curling. I just kind of go for that more droopy, sleepy-eyed lash look. And I just try not to apply too much. But the one good thing I like about this mascara is that it is a tubing mascara, so it's really easy to get off at the end of the night. I just apply it to the outer third, like the corner of my lashes down here. I'm going to tightline a little bit with my Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner. You don't have to do this. This is really extra, but I like to go in with another lip liner over top of the Stila, just so that when this one wears off, I still have the Stila underneath. So I really like these Revlon Color Stay multi-liners because they're pretty long lasting and you can use it like all over the face. This one is in 06 Dynamic Doer. Really creamy, but they set down. I forgot to apply a shade to the inner portion of my eyelid, so I'm just gonna take the sort of yellowish ivory shade in here called Shredded, and just put it in the inner corner and like half of my lid, I guess. First half of my lid. So that is my full face using my favorite product in every category. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.